Ready to rock and roll. Here's Jonathan Garibay.
And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Right to the air. Here's Murray. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 58 yards.
And the Cardinals are on the board here first in the season opener.
A try here for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Seahawks 9.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, smash,
Here's Walker to start the drive.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now Geno. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
To try again after the sack, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Throwing now is Murray. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Cardinals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0.
Scores Cardinals 14, Seahawks 9.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come back team! Come back team! Panther 11! Panther 11!
Now on 2nd and 13. Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Extra point up and good. That'll make our score 14-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Murray now on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, it's only Week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal. Bronco switch. Ready?
On third down, here's Walker. And some room to roam now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect the pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And boy, they were successful.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Touchdown!
It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Flushed out right.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Now Brown.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno.
And this one too low.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. There he goes, right side. 30, past the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A short kick taken at the 18 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, 47 yards.
And the Cards are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
DK Metcalf.
70 yards.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his left.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now. Might have fired.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, it might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Let's say 19. Ready?
On second and a couple, Smith. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
18 value.
They snap it to Smith. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Play action. It's Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And it'll cut the lead down to 18. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Murray's throw complete to McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Goes right back to McBride. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up by Garibay. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down.
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Now for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Cardinals 56, Seahawks 31.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 10, Smith again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Smith. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Smith on first down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now Geno on first down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they'll cut the lead back down to 21. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Tariq Woolen picks it. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno, able to shake him off. Out to his left. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this. And you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
Touchdown!
DK Metcalf
from 3 yards out.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Murray. Dancing to his left. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Cardinals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Back to throw it, Murray. And my goodness, another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they get a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 on the right.
Yeah, they actually added this on their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, partner, that'll do it. You know, these week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Cards, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.